My name is Debtanu Majee. I am a PhD scholar of Conceptual University. Today I am going to talk about human security. So the first and foremost question that comes to our mind is that what is human security? When we talk about human security, we talk about 7 types of securities. The first is economic security, second is food security, third is personal security, fourth is health security, fifth is community security, sixth is environmental security, and seventh is the political security. This concept of human security was first given to us by 2 thinkers. They are from Asia. It is Mahabubul Haq of Pakistan and Amartya Sen of India. The United Nations Development Report 1994 also played a significant role in constructing the concept of human security. Now we will see that actually what is economic security and what things needs to be safeguarded under this particular security. When we talk about economic security, it means that the individuals, those who are living, they should have the purchasing power as well as have the capacity to get employed. They should enjoy the economic freedom. They should have money so that they can live a happy and prosperous life. Now this economic security is the base of all the other security also, because as we have seen in Marxism, what Marx talks about is that, what Marx has said is that it is the economic base that determines the superstructure. Now if you have economic security, then you can, if you have money in your hands, you can buy foods with that. And here comes the concept of food security. In this world, the availability of food is there, but the problem is that the people do not have the purchasing power to buy foods, and that's why maximum people in this world are living in hunger, they are living in poverty. Now the third aspect is the individual security. When we are talking about individual security, we are trying to say is that the individual's basic rights, their fundamental rights, the human rights should be safeguarded. The individuals should have a life of dignity, should have the freedom of speech, and should be able to live a life in a very secured way. The fourth one is the health security. Now when we are talking about health security, we mean is that the individual should possess a body that is free from all the ill, their body should, they should be free from the diseases, okay, and they should have a body that can function well both mentally and physically. Now when we are talking about this health security, the problem is that the health sector, due to the globalization, has become very expensive. If we go to the private nursing homes, there we will see that they are charging a lot of money from the people. And if you go to the government hospitals, there you will get there you will be able to see the picture is quite different, and the amount they are charged for treating patients is very less compared to the private. But the problem is that there has been a huge gap between the charges of private nursing homes and the government hospitals, and besides, the government hospitals are lacking infrastructure, and for that reason many people are forced to move to the private nursing homes, and those private nursing homes, instead of they are charging a lot of money from the people, and it is very difficult for the poor to get access to those health facilities from these private nursing homes. Now let us we'll move to the next aspect, that is the community security. Now when we are talking about community security, we are trying to say is that the communities, the world is comprising of different communities, and these communities should live in harmony. But at the moment, what we are seeing is that in this world there is a lot of conflicts going on between the communities, and this has been a reason. This has been one of the reasons that is a threat to world peace, we can say. And as we have seen in Huntington, in his Classes of Civilizations, he talked about how the world, the unipolar world. In the unipolar world, there will be clashes among the civilizations, and we are seeing that picture today in the world. Now, the environmental aspect is, as you all know, that environment is a very the environmental problem is a global problem, and any particular state, they cannot help to recover this problem, and as it is a global problem, so all the states need to come together, and they need to work together to solve this problem. And this environmental problem is such a problem, this environmental insecurity. Now, this is not having any borders. So it is a problem that needs to be focused in a very different way, because if you do not have a suitable environment, so you cannot live a prosperous life, or the peace will be hampered if there is not a good environment out there. So for developing peace, the environment is a very key thing, and we need to have an environment that is free from pollution, that is free from global warming. And now we'll talk about the political aspects. Now, when we are talking about the political aspects, the political security means that the people should have the right to vote, they should have the right to participate in the elections. Both men and women should have equal participation in the election processes, and the government should be elected by the people in a fair way. But what we are seeing in the world is that due to muscle power, the tussle is going on between the different political parties. Wherever we look throughout the world, in different countries, the political parties, they are only getting engaged in fulfilling the self-interest of their members. So that is a very big threat to the world, because to live in harmony, to live in a world that is full of peace, full of prosperity, we need good leaders. We need leaders who will set the examples, so that we can so that the people can follow them. So these are the 7 aspects of human security. Just now I have talked about those things. We'll talk more about human security in the coming series. Okay, till then, goodbye.